Hey everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Jenna Redfield, and today I'm going to be walking through my entire content creation process from ideas to actually scheduling it out, all done through Notion. So if you don't know who I am, my name is Jenna and I am a Notion ambassador as well as a Notion educator, and also I teach a lot of marketing as well, and I have been for many years. So I not only teach marketing, but I also do it for a lot of clients and have done it for many, many years for myself. So I'm going to be walking through my more recently redone process of how I use the content calendar template that I have available. I've redone it and I've really put a lot of my effort into how do I actually plan my social media content, specifically video content, specifically short form and long form content, as well as all the other places that I like to post. So today I'm going to be walking through kind of that process and also some updates that I have to the template because I have changed some things since the last time I made a video, which was a couple of months ago. So one of the biggest things that I've changed is I kind of merged both the tags and the projects areas. I've kind of realized that to me, they're all kind of the same. It's basically the hub where based off of the topic, that's where each thing kind of lives. So for example, Facebook is a project, but it's also a tag. So I put all of the to-do items for the Facebook, topic inside of that within my larger knowledge base tag database. One of the other biggest things that I changed is, so I just split it into kind of like 2 to 3 different categories. One is short form content, which to me is Reels, TikTok, Shorts. And then I have long form content, which is longer videos like YouTube videos, podcasts, and that sort of thing. To me, instead of sorting it individually by platform, because I share the same content to multiple platforms, it makes more sense for me to think short form, long form, than think Pinterest and TikTok and, all of these separate items. And I think you should think this way too, because when you're making content, you can publish to multiple platforms. Even if you make, like, for example, an Instagram carousel, you can also put that up on Facebook. You can also put that up on LinkedIn. You can also put that on Twitter. There's literally every platform these days you can repurpose your content, and I think you should. And you should upload it based off of what the platform kind of wants with that same content. But repurposing is such a huge thing of mine that it didn't make sense for me to have so many different projects when it's literally the same piece of content. I also overcomplicated it by adding different days when I would rather just use a calendar view. Seeing everything on a calendar and just knowing that that's the piece of content that's going out that day is just easier for everyone. So I've kind of eliminated some of the more archaic things. I've also changed things because of the new subtask items within Notion, and I'll walk through that in a second. I also added something called a content pillar, which I'll walk through as well, which basically is kind of a series of topics that I kind of want to cover, as well as the daily themes that I use to make content. And then batching the content, editing the content, posting and publishing. We'll talk about all this as I get through the video. So let's just head into Notion and make sure to follow and subscribe for more content. I'm gonna be coming out with a marketing newsletter soon, as well as we have our Marketing in Notion Facebook group, and I'm gonna be launching group coaching in 2023. So let's get to it. Okay, so this is what it looks like now when you download the content calendar template from my Notion template store. So you'll see right here that it actually has the quick walkthrough of how to use it. So there's 5 steps. The first is to come up with your content pillars. Like I mentioned before, this is something new that I've decided to start doing. So you'll see it right here, or there's a quick link. Basically what this is to me, a pillar is basically a topic or something that you like to talk about. So for me, I have about 20 of them, including things like content marketing, ADHD, Notion, like all the different topics that I cover, apps, podcasting, YouTube. Those would be my pillars. Those are my main themes or things that I cover on my content. So if you, for example, let me just think of an example. If you do, if you're an author, you could talk about your different books. You could talk about the writing process. You could talk about publishing. For example, you can see that you kind of have to niche down, but you don't want to be too niche where you only talk about one thing. You kind of cover a broad spectrum. So that's what the content pillars are about. Then you'll see that they actually link over to the specific topics, and these are examples. But let's just say, for example, file organization is the thing that you're going to be talking about, and that's the name of your upcoming content, right? Maybe the example pillar is file organization, and you have a piece of content that's about file organization. So what you're going to do is you're next going to, so you're going to fill that out. You're going to delete what I have, and then you're going to go and you are also going to choose what are the things that you're trying to promote, right? What are the offers? So if you click here, things that you are actually going to be selling. What are the things, what are the offers that you have? What are the calls to action that each piece of content is going to be promoting? So these are just some examples that you can add. I just added these as just specific ones. You also have the outcome goal. So for example, if the book is a project, the outcome goal is to publish the book. We'll talk about goals in a second. The launch date, as well as the type of offer. Is this paid? What kind of thing is this? Is this a free offer? What are you promoting? For example, your YouTube channel is probably not a paid YouTube channel. That would be content, right? So that is something, maybe you're promoting your YouTube channel from your TikTok, right? So that's an example of the second step that you have to do. Then one of the things that I like to do is choosing a daily theme bucket. So if you click that, this is a really easy way for you to come up with content ideas. So for me, I like to have a specific type of content each day of the week. So for example, Monday, I talk about my templates. Tuesday, I'll have a piece of long form content like a YouTube or podcast. Wednesday, a book or concept. Thursday, a story. Friday, a hacker tutorial. That's just my personal theme buckets, but you can change it out to whatever you want. But this will help you as you're planning out your content over the next couple of months to know, hey, every Monday I need to talk about this thing. Every Tuesday I'm going to be doing this. It really helps you structure and lay out quickly, and it actually makes the process of coming up with content a lot faster. So the next thing that you're going to do after you come up with your daily themes is you're going to actually choose your marketing goals. So this is what you want to accomplish. For example, maybe your goal is to get 4,000 email subscribers. Maybe you're at 1,000 right now and your target is 4,000. Here's where it shows your percentage. So the offers call to action, that doesn't really apply because the goal is a piece of content, but you can also choose a date. Let's say we want to choose it by June. I want to have 4,000 email subscribers by June. You can have a target date. So these are really just the goals that you want to achieve. For example, maybe you want to sell 100 courses. And that call to action obviously is paid courses. And you want to have, maybe you've sold 20 and your goal is 100. You'll see you're at about 20% of the way there. You can also choose a date that you want to sell it by. So this is just a way to kind of remember all the things that you're trying to do. What are the goals of each campaign, that sort of thing. So that's really the next step they're going to have is your marketing goals. And the final step is to come up with your content idea. So this is kind of the big meat of it. So one of the things that I've done is, like I mentioned before, I have replaced having just every single day, which got so overwhelming first off, into kind of more of the topic based. So for long form content, you can have almost like your pillars within this. So I have Notion as one of my pillars, fitness is one of my pillars, and you'll see here that it links over to there too. But then from there, let's just say I have long form, which to me is YouTube and podcasting. I have a list in my head always going of all the different Notion ideas I have for long form content from here. So let's just give an example. How to record Notion tutorials. That's actually one of mine. Let's say that I want to publish it on the 23rd. Let's see. So that would be a Tuesday, right? Because that's a piece of long form content. We can also choose priority. I pick medium. You can also change the status. Is it published, unlisted, archive, etc.? What is the call to action? The call to action would be my Notion templates. So let's just add that. That's not even an offer right now, but let's just add that here. Let me go in there and add a little icon. So let's just call that computer. Let's just do that. Okay. So you'll see that the call to action is my Notion templates, and then the pillar would probably be whatever, if this was like Notion or whatever. So now you can see that has now been added to my calendar because I've chosen a date. So for me, I can look at it this way, or I can just look at it as a calendar view. Okay, what's coming out this day? And I know that this is a piece of long form content, right? Because it shows long form content as the daily theme. I know that this is a YouTube video, not a short piece of content like a TikTok or Reel, which has its own thing right here. So I've got, specific examples here as well. So again, these are all just examples, so you can change these out with your own. But this is what I found actually works for me versus the stuff that I was doing before, which got a little bit too complicated. This is simple enough that I know, okay, once I have, the idea for a piece of content, short form content, I will record it, I will edit it in CapCut, and then I will set it up on a scheduling app like Later or Metricool or something, or I upload it manually, either way. So that is really how I have started using this calendar. As you can see, there are other pieces which I will talk about as well, but you can see right here, that is now my new hub for all of the things that I'm publishing. So I do have Notion AI as well. So one of the things I've started doing for, I guess, step 5, which is planning your content, is to actually start to look for brainstorming ideas. So, TikTok videos about life hacks. Let's just give an example, right? Let's just do this. See what comes up. 10 times saving cooking tips, 10 ways, so whatever. I could try it again. Let's try it about ADHD life hacks. Let's just see what this comes up with. Wow, such good ideas. Creating an ADHD friendly study space, creating a daily routine. These are like literally ideas that you can come up with for your social media content. You can use AI. To me, AI is a great brainstorming tool to allow you to come up with things, but then you still have to actually make the content. You can't just like do this. I mean, AI these days, it's called ChatGPT, is like allowing you to like write entire essays. I mean, for video content, it's going to be a little bit more tricky, but you can still, there's some really scary stuff coming out about how you can make video content without even, you could just write something out and have somebody else say it. It's just like crazy. But anyways, I just hope that was helpful as well. I've done a couple of videos on Notion AI if you want more on that. It is slowly running out to more people. So I just thought that was helpful as well. So we also have like the knowledge tag vault projects. I kind of put them all under the same thing. Basically, they're sorted by type. So we've got, for example, all the content creation stuff is here. We've got the links over to the apps that you use. Basically everything that you need to know about marketing. And then if you go over to the apps, you'll see that I have these now sorted by category. So the drop down, automation, everything, every app that I use or have heard of, not even apps that I just use, just all the ones that I could find. And then you've got things like hashtags. So you can list all of your hashtags that you want. We've got things like the quote bank. So if you have a bunch of quotes, you can link it over to one of your content pillars. So it's a great way to kind of go through all of this and see, and you can just kind of walk through and learn more about this template. There's a lot here that maybe I'm not even talking about now, but I did also want to walk through a little bit of step 6, which is to create, edit, and publish your content using apps like CapCut and scheduling it to go live. I recommend scheduling on apps like Later or Metricool to actually go live with a lot of your short form content. I have done a couple of videos on this. I might do a full video walkthrough of how to edit video content, but I just wanted to share a quick kind of run through of that. So this is where I spend a lot of my time making content. Let me just show you an example of something that I would have made. So this was a video that I created yesterday. You'll see I just basically recorded it on my phone. I would go through, scrub, and just kind of get rid of any of the awkward pauses and just kind of go through. I just click Command B to break it up. I can then click Command B again, and I could just delete this section. Again, I'll go through all this more in detail in my group coaching that's going to be launching soon. But one of the things that I've really, really worked on is getting my auto captions. So if you go to auto captions and click Create, this is how I am able to schedule all of my short form content across platforms. Once I get this set up, I pick out the font. I usually use one called Comicax. I don't know how to say it, but then you'll see I can make it as big as small as I want. I usually add a little bit of that. I can add audio. What's cool is it actually shows like the trending audio from TikTok. I can just drag and drop. Obviously, I want something longer, so let's just do this one. Then literally all I do is just make it like -25, drag this and export it. I'm going to be honest, that's about all I do for I just got to double check. I make sure that the audio works, and then that is my editing process. So once I export that, I go to File, Export, and then I've got whatever it's called. It could be called, short. Let's just call it that. I will export that. And then I will go to something like Later or Metricool. Literally all I'll do is I'll drag and drop that into there, write a caption, and then schedule it onto the apps that I have, which usually on some of them it's like YouTube Shorts, TikTok, find my hashtags. All that stuff can be written out inside of Notion, so you have it all ready to go. So if I go back to Notion real quick, if that was like one of my short form videos, right? So let's just call that, let's pretend this is example. I could then change the status to, you know, published or whatever, and then that is ready to go. I can also make maybe like a checklist of all the different platforms I want to go live on. Usually it has to be under a minute long to be able to go live on a lot of these platforms. So that is really my process for batching. I would just sit and record. I have my little, either I've got like my little tripod thing or I've got my ring light. I just set up my iPhone and just click record. So I plan to do more videos in the future all about the second half of this video, which is I kind of sped through, which was how to actually make the content. But a lot of that is going to be part of my group coaching program that I'm going to be launching in a couple of weeks. And it's basically going to be a program where we talk about content marketing. I'll go through this in much more depth, as well as just the concepts of content marketing, ideation, building an audience, building your sales funnel, building your email marketing. All that stuff is coming soon. So I'm really excited about that launching very, very soon. And I'm excited to do more content on marketing this year on YouTube, because that is honestly my biggest passion, as well as the thing I know the most about. So I'm excited to kind of combine Notion and marketing together. I do have our Facebook group, so make sure to join that. But otherwise, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure to check out this template. It's just $15 and it's going to be great to help you plan your content in 2023.